Hey, just finished hiking a mountain here in Ephesus, Turkey. Down here you can see the ancient city of Ephesus. But what am I doing here? So this month I am with Team Almost Heaven, and we are here in Ephesus doing what is called a burn. It's called Burn 24/7. It's actually something that was started in the US and has spread to various different cities across the world now. And it is where people come together and worship and pray for a solid 100 hours straight in a certain location. And this burn happens to be located in the city of Ephesus on the back hill. It is amazing to be here. We're on our 60 something. And so we took a break and decided to hike up to the top of the mountain. Right now I'm overlooking the ancient city of Ephesus down there. That right there is actually the amphitheater in Acts 19 or 20. So yeah, this is just really cool. There are all these, this is actually the unexcavated part of Ephesus. And then over here is the Aegean Sea, which actually used to run up all the way over here because there was a port that you were able to ride up to all the way to Ephesus. But over the last 2,000 years, obviously the water has gotten a little lower. So yeah, about to enjoy a nice sunset, surrounded by all of this history. Hey guys, the burn is now over, and I am with the Team Almost Heaven in Istanbul, where we're going to spend the remainder of our time here in Turkey for another 2 weeks. We are so excited. So while at the burn, we were essentially on a campgrounds, and we were there for the entire week on this campgrounds, being fed all of our meals while worship was continually happening. So while you weren't sleeping or eating or helping around cleaning up, you were in worship. See, what did we do? We worshiped. We worshipped corporately. We worshipped on our own time. We prayed corporately. We prayed on our own time. It was free and open. At any point in time, there was always someone that was in charge of a worship set. So there was an actual corporate worship going on 24/7 for 100 hours. And you could choose to be a part of that, or you could choose to go do your own thing outside. But either way, you were absorbed in worship. And it was amazing. Some of the things that we focused on, at least with our team, was praying for the persecuted church, praying for the youth in Turkey, and praying for the reigniting of the church here in Turkey. All things that were very close to our hearts as we had traveled through and seen a little bit of Turkey, and as we had seen the world. We've seen the power that the youth has. If the youth is ignited for Christ, then the future generations can look forward to that as well. And so those were just some of the things that we were praying for while we were there. During some of our days, we did get to take little breaks, and they let us leave the campgrounds, and we got to go visit the ancient city and see all the things. Something kind of goofy that I got to do was we went to the ancient Church of Mary in the ancient city. I actually pulled out my Bible and opened up to Ephesians 6 and just read aloud in the church. It was just me and two of my friends, and no one else was around, and it was kind of silly at the time, but looking back, I realized I could very well have been standing in the church where 2,000 years ago someone read aloud Paul's letter to the Ephesians. And now here I am 2,000 years later reading the same letter, and I just thought that that was the coolest thing to think back on after having done what was seemingly silly.
Therefore, put on every piece of God's armor, so you will be able to resist the enemy in the time of evil. Then after the battle, you will be standing firm. Stand your ground, putting on the belt of truth and the body armor of God's righteousness. For shoes, put on the peace that comes from the good news, so you will be fully prepared. In addition to all of these, hold up the shield of faith to stop the fiery arrows of the devil. Put on salvation as your helmet and take the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Pray in the Spirit at all times and on every occasion. Stay alert and be persistent in all your prayers for all believers everywhere. Peace be with you, dear brothers and sisters, and may God the Father and the Lord Jesus Christ give you love and faithfulness. May God's grace be eternally upon all who love our Lord Jesus.
Next, we will be leaving Istanbul and headed to Spain to do the Camino. It's going to be awesome. And then we finish in Morocco, and then I'm headed home. So prayers for safe travel, prayers for open hearts of the people that we come into contact with. Yeah, I can't wait to be home right after Thanksgiving.